Hey y'all, hey, Tabitha here. So, since we were led to check into the Juno um, question the other day, and I was led back to it again today, I thought that we would dive a little deeper into this message to see what's up with our own Junos. Now, I looked mine up, and it looks like my Juno is in Scorpio. I have only one water planet in my chart, which is Scorpio initially. But now that I've dove deeper than I ever had before, or that I can remember, let me say that, because back in the day I used to be all up and through the astrology. Like I really was into astrology, but the shift, and learning how to be a better person just took me away from it. So I do remember looking and finding out what my Juno was. However, I don't remember what it was. And it's showing now basically that it's in Scorpio. Possibly. It wasn't a thorough calculation because it wasn't from an actual calculator. So I had to kind of timestamp it in such a way. Um, so I'm gonna find another one where you can actually put in your actual birth information and such and thus. And I'm gonna find out if it's actually in Scorpio. But it looks like mine is in Scorpio right now. So I said, yeah. So I went to Cafe Astrology and I said that we would see what they say about each Juno and each astrological sign. So I hope you all couldn't really hear the lawnmower going outside. If so, they've stopped. So, okay. Also, for those who have not checked out the channel before, I am an oracle, an intuitive, a channel. I read cards. I am a blogger and a crafter. Yeah, yeah. All right, y'all. So it reads that if you have a Juno in Aries, it says you do not want to take second place. And when insecure, you can resort to trickery to feel that you're first or the best at something. Of course, this backfires since you'll never feel satisfied if you didn't do it straightforwardly. Being considered as needy or not in the know can drive you up the wall. A partner should give you the room to maintain your independence and should understand you desire to initiate and innovate. So I'm having to learn how to talk a lot again because I hadn't done a lot of talking, y'all. So excuse me with my lack of breath. So that's what you know in Aries says. I'm only gonna do 4 right now, and we'll come back tomorrow and I'll do some more. Juno in Taurus. Worry about losing your security. Worry about losing your security, things, position, or place can be hugely motivating for you. When insecure, you can be possessive and indulgent. The spiritual lesson here is generosity. Learn to let go and allow things to come back to you if they will. If they will, fully knowing that if they don't, they are not going to fulfill you. You are not necessarily materialistic. You fear the state of wanting more than most. Let me put my focus back on. Juno and Gemini. Communication, your ideas, and your intelligence are more important to you than you may want to let on. When feeling insecure, you could feel threatened if someone doesn't agree with you or respect your ideas and perspective. Spiritual lesson. Learn to detach yourself from your ideas, recognizing that if someone disagrees or doesn't acknowledge your intelligence at a given moment, that they can still prize you in general. That they can still prize you in general. You gain personal power through learning and understanding, not outwitting, which may be your go-to. Being ignored or not having a voice drive you up the wall. We're gonna do 3 at a time since it's 12 signs. Cause I can't breathe. And that reading is doing something to me. So, in having that, it sounds to me that your Juno actually is a lot about the astrological signs themselves. You you show up still inherently as that astrological sign in some way, pretty strong. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to put that out there since the Most High is bringing me back into the astrology in such a way, and we spoke about the Juno earlier today. Um, I'm hearing something about commitment issues and reflective values and resourcefulness with your companionships. Um, Something about this is trivial matters. I don't know where they're taking us with this, but we're gonna ride with it, right? This is about some assumptions of something. You're getting you're getting taken for a ride. Something is gonna combust, and something is a fairy tale. You're getting trapped somewhere, and you're gonna need to reroute yourself, and you need to think twice because you're gonna get stuck, and you're going on borrowed time. Something is happening here in this journey that you're going on. You're gonna need to regulate some parts of yourself and your certain systems. This shadow work card is sitting here, y'all. So we did get it earlier today. Now I shuffle the cards. Let's just pull out the ones that are up. Okay, so these two cards are the ones that we had earlier today. We had shadow work and we had individuality. So I'm just gonna turn her up, right? So some things are happening in the near future, and you're guaranteed to have something. And this is gonna be stable in your lives without doubt, without question. The grass, the gaslighting will stop and the confusion will stop, but you're getting bought out in some areas in your lives. So stop contesting. Be aware of the grounding effects of what you have going on. Stop doubling up, stop doubling over, stop being dogmatic, and maybe you should befriend some other people. They're saying this is a requirement to get yourself together, to put yourself back out there, and to get back en route. That's what they just did for sponsorships. So I guess this is for other people to get to know who you are, to see you, and to get your bragging rights back, because the score is about to change. And as you're regulating your system, you're contracting some things. These are new contracts, is what that felt like. You're going to be going up the roof. But some schemes have been going on in the background with that shadow work, and some things are going to be confessed. Okay? Um, Again, something about the copyright issues. You're going to be branching off into something seemingly more powerful, more beautiful, more extravagant, more regulative. That you'll have to do some thinking here, though. I'm hearing this is a contemplative, con, contem, contem, contemplative. This is contemplative, but your success is here, so you don't have to worry anymore. Your reflection of supply and demand is going to be stored up. You're going to gain a lot of success, and your habits will begin to change. You're going to begin to groom yourself more, and reshaping and refacing. Re. Something good is about to happen. You're about to really gain some good stuff. So let's get some things going to make some things happen. You're gonna begin to befriend some things, some some people. Stop worrying about other things that are going on in the background, because you're showing up is very powerful. Get over the stigmas. Let it go and breathe. Everything is in good standing for you. So no longer do you need to worry. Your copyrights are changing and shifting. You got to believe more in yourself. Your timeline is changing. You are being resurrected, and the wolf and sheep clothing have been dismembered. So gather yourselves together and stop worrying about others. Books are being referred to more than the internet in this day and time. You're going to need to start breathing and reading more. I don't know why I said breathing, probably because I can't breathe. Reading more books. I'm hearing something about scam alerts. You're going to need to protect yourself more. You're getting into a new rhythm. Success is here. Do you want it, or would you rather continue to struggle? So it's time. Oh, wow. So as I'm looking at these cards, they just showed to me, it was just shown that as long as you, which they've already said it, but I'm just going to reword it again. As long as you continue to stay in the shadow, then your individuality will not show up. So you've been hiding yourself, and so this is her still in the shadow. She's hiding herself, even though she has the red hair and the blue bag and the purple coat and the golden necklace on and the big old shades. Like, everything about her is individual, and that's power because the stars are shining around her. She's still covered up. She's still hiding. And so she's still in the shadow. She's still in the shadow. So the question is, what are you hiding from? If you want to get these book deals and get a better programming of yourself and show up more for yourself, and I'm hearing breaking humble mode, then you must begin to strengthen your character. This is your duality. You're making things rougher and caustic. You're drying out because you're not willing to do the work. And you also need companionship. You're gonna need a companion. They keep saying that. But what do you do? You know, y'all, so my question is, what do you do when there is no one who is willing to be your companion? What do you do when you know, have tried and it just becomes something more of like, I've tried too many times, and so it's just like, leave it out there. Leave it to the wind, you know, when you've tried with on more than one time, you know? So it's like this is kind of being forced companionship, but if it's being forced, then it cannot be enjoyed, I feel. What do y'all say? What say you? I think we're gonna start right there. Don't y'all think that's a good question to the Most High? What do you do when you've tried? All right, y'all. I just thought I'd come on. They're saying regulate your systems, child. So, okay. We hear the message. So, yeah. Y'all don't forget to comment, share, like, subscribe. Check out the description box. And look for your Juno. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all have a great evening. Rest well.